What's up there, friends? How's everybody doing? Hoping maybe I'll have a moment of quiet and make a quick video here. It's doubtful though. Between sirens and screaming kids, there's always something to distract. I probably titled this video like, you know, Enjoy Hell, because it's the comment that inspired me to make this. It was a response to some other discussion on Twitter, I think, where somebody said something about somebody burning Bibles, and I said, I'll say a prayer for those poor books. And somebody said, enjoy hell. And it kind of brought me into this thought, it took me way back to the days when I used to argue with religious people. Oh, here come the sirens. It's just goes right along with what I wanted to make a video about here, which was all the bigger problems we have in this world. And living amongst noise and chaos is something that we overlook. And God, I want out of it so bad. I fucking hate living here. I mean, it's got to the point where it took me years to even realize why I didn't like it. And it's not just the noise, it's just the close access to all the chaos. Even if you're 20 minutes away from town in a place where you feel like you can actually spread your wings, and really explore the land without getting, I don't know, hit by a car or shot at or whatever it might be. I arrested. um, hey, squirrel. Squirrel on the fence. My neighbor likes to shoot at them, I think. I'm not quite sure, but I hear the pellet gun, and I'm right across behind him, so I really hope that I don't get shot. Anyhow, um, sometimes we just don't feel too good in life. Sometimes we, you know, how do I even put it? I don't know. I'm so distracted lately. I'm surprised I even I'm still making videos. It's like maybe it's kind of my escape from, um, maybe not an escape, but a connection to the world where I feel like there's still good people out there that I can talk with, and that not everybody's gone totally crazy yet. And I guess the reason why that hell comment was so funny to me was that, because what I responded, I said, "Do people still believe in hell? What century is this?" And like the idea of this eternal persecution and fiery flames is just it's so low on my totem pole of cares in this world. It's such a small thing compared to the actual hell that we face in this world, in our own lives, when we treat each other badly and when we lie, when we're dishonest. And I think that honesty is one of the biggest things that's lacking right now. Honesty, integrity, and fairness. But all the equality, all these things come down to honesty. Being honest with ourselves and each other. I'm honestly just tired of sirens. I wish they would just piss off. Um, I understand every time there's sirens, somebody might be hurt, so it's like you can't really hate them, right? I mean, but you can hate what it represents. Just living in a place so packed and chaotic that you have to listen to that shit all the time. I grew up in the suburbs, I guess, kind of right near the city, but not. I'm not a city boy by any means. I I just can't do this video. I'm so distracted by all this noise. It's just pissing me off. Full blown honesty, it's pissing me off. I'm easily irritated lately. I've noticed that, and I think a lot of people are because of all the COVID bullshit. People have been locked down for too long, and people have been missing the events that we used to go to that kind of made us whole, made us feel like human beings, going to concerts or a play or even a sewing circle, whatever it might be for you. Uh, Going out and spending time doing these things, going to classes, karate or yoga, going to the grocery store and seeing a smile on someone's face instead of a mask. These are all things that are wearing and tearing on most of us. And the fact that I've been out trying to camp, go camping, there's no escape really. You're always in it. There's always that reality in the back of your mind of the world that we live in. But at least it's a temporary reprieve from the chaos, you know. But often, I don't know. It's to kind of rebound on the hell comment. The reason why why I mentioned that, the fact of enjoy hell, it's kind of like I don't know, it's like this passive aggressive, like as if anyone would enjoy hell. Somebody responded to a similar comment that I read once, like, they said, hell after a few days just be like anything else. If you've lived hard times, if you've lived through extreme pain, you know that eventually you just adapt. And eternity in flames would be no different, right? But the point of it was that with all the chaos that we live with in the modern day and all the information we have at our fingertips, all the ability to communicate and to interact with one another, people still fear going to hell. And if that's a fact, then really the rest of it is just going to have to wait in line until we've overcome that, I believe. Not just hell, that's just a metaphor for the larger idea that my religion's better than yours and this is the only true path. Because if people really believe they have the only true path to salvation, then it's basically, to me, just a piousness and arrogance of I'm right, you're wrong, no matter how you dice it. I mean, you can say I'm tolerant and I feel bad for you because you don't believe what I believe, but if you really believe that that person's going to hell, it kind of puts a damper on general political discussions or things about schooling or anything else. Like, people are very wrapped up in these extreme beliefs and always have been. And so what I'm saying is I think that we've given people too much credit lately. We 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 think just because we have all this technology and there's so many smart people out there and all these great inventions that we somehow are smart enough to use them. And so far, I haven't seen that to be the case. They seem to be ruling us. We're still our primal selves, and we're kind of stuck. So, honesty, it just seems has fallen by the wayside in the meantime. Honesty with not just each other, not just a blatant lie to someone, but honesty in politics is dead. Honesty in the media is dead. Honesty in personal lives, in relationships. Honesty in and integrity, which is that integration within society that we've just lost. We just don't care anymore. And I think it's a fault of, it's a systemic failure, if you will, because we have allowed ourselves to fall and wallow in this like age of decadence, and now it's come to this age of like cancel culture where people are afraid to even say anything, and then others are saying you shouldn't say this, and therefore people are saying more, and so we have an extremely vulgar side of society and an extremely oversensitive side, and then we have billions of people caught in the middle of it who just want to live a normal life while we have these tyrannical leaders, cut it, that want to tell us how to live our lives and what we should, you know, how we should get around, what type of energy we should use. I mean, the list goes on. We feel trapped because we know that it's a system not of our creating. And therefore, my point, I guess, would be if there's any solution, because I like to have solutions, it would be to integrate yourself as best as you can in the world. But be honest. Always be honest. And it's going to be painful sometimes, you know? You're going to have to say shit in groups that you don't want to say because it goes against the grain of what most people are saying, and peer pressure is damn strong out there. I mean, people want to just repeat what they hear. They want to laugh along with a racist joke or with a, somebody beating up some kid, because they don't want to get involved. They don't want to say anything or get them, You still have to protect yourself, but speaking up against what you see as wrong is really, I think, if you don't say anything, you're part of the problem. It's one of those things. And I feel like half the world is swinging pitchforks and axes, and half the world is on hold, on silent, and refuses to budge or say anything. And a lot of people are stuck in the middle. So all of us are frustrated right now, and it's okay to be a little bit anxious. It's okay to be a little bit depressed. It's okay to be a little bit angry. You know, there are a lot of reasons to feel all of those, but at the end of the day, we got to live with ourselves, and therefore we've got to overcome. And that's what we're good at as humans. We overcome. So remember, we have the strength within us. Not to turn into a pep talk, but that's kind of what we all need right now from each other, is a pep talk. To say it's okay to feel the way we feel. That life isn't all just roses and perfectly edited, choreographed videos and movies for us to watch. Real life is painful, and off the top of our head, it can be like life is, a little bit stressful. And we try to make up our lives as we go. Just like, say, making this video, thinking of what to do tomorrow and what's next. It's not all planned out for us. We really have to find our own map and blaze our own trails. Talk to y'all later. Be safe out there. Talk to you later.